In Louisville, there is so much fun to be had this summer, and whether you're looking to hike, bike, picnic, or even paddle, the Parklands at Floyd Fork is the place to be, and we are in a beautiful setting here today. Of course, I'm here with Cassie. You are with the Parklands, and what an awesome job to have.
Yes, I feel very fortunate to work for such an awesome park, and every day getting to come out and see this stuff just really makes it a super fun job.
Of course, you know, seeing the seasons change, season after season is so beautiful, but summer is your peak time to come on out. It
Absolutely.
is packed here today.
Yes, so we have all kinds of events happening in the Parklands. We also have a lot of great places for families to come visit, so it's always happening during this time of year. We have a lot of hustle and bustle, nearly 4 million visits a year, so a lot of that happens during the summer.
Oh my goodness. So let's kind of back it up a little bit. For those who aren't familiar, this is actually 4 parks put together. So what is the Parklands really all about?
Right, so the Parklands is actually made up of 4 connected parks, like you said. We have Beckley Creek Park, Pope Lick Park, Turkey Run, and Broad Run parks, all of which are connected through 19 miles of the Louisville Loop and a waterway called Floyd's Fork, which is where our name comes from, the Parklands of Floyd's Fork. So it's all connected. It's over 4,000 acres of parkland, and there's all kinds of stuff to do here to enjoy.
This is free to come on out to. So how is this really maintained year after year?
Right, so the Parklands is a visitor and donor supported park, which means we don't get any tax dollars for annual operations. So all of this is made possible and totally free to access thanks to community support.
We see some of these surveyors out today, not just people walking their pets, but really it takes a village to keep this place alive and well.
Absolutely. We have a great team of people out here that are always working, from horticulture, maintenance, trails. There's always people hard at work to keep the park safe, clean, fun, and beautiful every day.
Yes, and so let's talk about summer fun. I mean, so many young campers here, so tell us about those summer camps.
Yeah, so summer camps happen every summer. So August 1st is the last day of our camps. They're offered weekly. There's a discount for members, which is exciting. They get to do all sorts of fun stuff. It's open to kids kindergarten through 9th grade, and we have like paddling, there's hiking, there's creek walking, they're doing arts and crafts and science experiments. I mean, it's so much fun to be had every day. It's always a little bit different. Yeah, they're offered weekly, so there's all sorts of fun to be had every week.
Yeah, we were actually up at the PNC Achievement Center earlier, and that's where education is really housed right in there. So what kinds of activities are they kind of doing in there?
So the Achievement Center is actually kind of our home base for camps. So they check in there, but then they're usually headed right outside to get out on the trails and get into the creek. But a lot of fun stuff goes on there. That's where our classrooms are housed. And so they do some in classroom and a lot of outdoor learning.
I did see right across the street there's a whole playground and even kind of like a splash area too.
Yes, so the playgrounds and spray grounds are here in Beckley Creek Park and also down in Broad Run parks. And they are totally free to access to the public. And it's a lot of fun, really open concept playgrounds. And the spray grounds has an area for younger kids and then something a little more exciting and splashy for the older kids. So lots of fun to be had for all ages there.
Yeah, and if you want to be a little bit more adventurous, your bike trails are incredible.
So while we do have 60 miles of trails for hiking and biking, and a lot of our trails are bike friendly, especially the Louisville Loop, which is paved, we do have this area that's strictly for bicyclists. It's for mountain bikers of all abilities. There's flow trails and pump tracks and skills loops, all sorts of fun stuff to kind of challenge the mountain bikers around here. It's super fun. Yeah, it's just a really fun, exciting place to get out of the main hubbub of the park and kind of just focus on 2 wheels.
Yeah, if you want a more relaxing experience, you have a lot of different picnic areas, and you can even paddle on Floyd's Fork.
Yes, yeah, so you can paddle on Floyd's Fork. There's 22 miles of the trail that goes all the way through the Parklands, and you can put in a checkout at any of 7 access points, and you can see real-time CFS data, see the water levels on our website, so you can always check and see how the fork is looking that day for paddling. But yeah, there's a ton of fishing spots, there's picnic spots, there's a lot of great places to bring family, come out and enjoy some good weather.
It sounds like there's just so much to do here, whether you are a little bit more adventurous or if you want something slower paced. So really, why is it so important to keep these alive and thriving here at the park?
Right, so we definitely try to focus on accessibility for everyone. We want the parks to be a place that everyone can come and have a great time. We want it to be free to access. We want it to have things for people of all ages and abilities to enjoy. We think it's a super important community asset to have green spaces like this preserved for future generations.
Yeah, especially in the summertime. Well, thank you so much for having us out today. It was so much fun just to kind of look and see just a little bit of what they have to offer right here. So if you're interested in learning more, maybe signing your kids up for a summer camp, or maybe just enjoying it yourself, just go to theparklands.org to learn more.